Hello, friends. It is I, Duncan Trussell, and you are listening to the Duncan Trussell Family Hour podcast. And I think I've finally done it. I have discovered the secret of happiness. And it isn't what I thought it was. All this time, I thought it was from meditating, discipline, maybe falling in love, selfless service, opening yourself up to the universal consciousness, allowing the angels to move through your thought patterns and out of your mouth, giving gifts to children and homeless people, or planting trees, spreading love everywhere you go, or eating kale all the time. All of these things are great, but they pale in comparison to what I have discovered, which is riding a bike. I can't believe it. I know it sounds ridiculous, and I'm only being 10%. I'm only exaggerating 10%. It's amazing. All this time I've been climbing into my damn car, steel coffin, encapsulated in this metal prison, surrounded by other people, separated from nature, going from point A to point B, not even thinking about anything except getting to point B. A bike eliminates all of that. When you get on a bike, all of a sudden, you're outside. You're connected to nature. You hear birds. You smell people cooking from their houses. You figure out little side streets to go down so you don't get plowed over by some drunk LA garbage truck driver who just found his wife humping his brother, which can happen. There's dangers out there, it's true, but wow. All I want to do is ride my bike. I woke up this morning at 7 a.m. and went bike riding. I couldn't sleep. I was so excited about the idea of getting on my bike and driving up to a Griffith Park near my house, which I did. I almost had a heart attack going up a hill. I'm badly out of shape. I haven't really been exercising. I go jogging every once in a while, but trying to get a bike up a big hill in a park when you just turned 40 and your heart is basically covered in Crisco and old crisps of marijuana edibles that you haven't quite digested and have been pushed out of some tube to spray all over your heart. When you're like that, going up a hill, you forget. But somewhere halfway up this hill, I had to stop, and I was almost threw up, gasping for air. One of those Lycra bicycle people went shooting by, and I couldn't look at him because I was so embarrassed. I know he probably thought I was getting what I deserved. He saw that I wasn't in the Lycra. I wasn't wearing the uniform. And let me tell you, friends, I'm going to end up in Lycra. I can already tell. It's going to happen. I'm going to put on the uniform. I'm going to squeeze into some of those tight bicycling pants and put on a ridiculously colored Lycra top, strap my helmet on, and go shooting down the bike trail with that weird, intense gaze that you've probably seen that bikers have. I never understood that gaze as I went plodding up the bike trail, jogging like some reanimated hamburger man, just plodding up the trail, gasping for breath, moving so slowly. Those bikers, they shoot by and you can almost feel the disdain radiating off of them, but it's not disdain. That's what I thought. I thought it was disdain. They don't even see you. They're basically flying. That's what it's like. Bicycles are as close as you're going to get to riding a broomstick in this incarnation, unless you're a witch with access to baby fat and ginseng and what's that other mandrake that you could rub all over your body. Don't do that. I don't even know where you would get baby fat these days, but what you can do instead of rubbing baby fat all over your body is you can squeeze into Lycra. I know I use this example a lot, but it's the same. It's like you go to listen to house music and you're not on ecstasy, and it sounds like the chirping of a dying ET. It sounds like a awful mixture of hammers beating against the side of a crashed UFO. It's not it sounds cheesy too, like elf trumpets or something. It's awful. But the moment you take MDMA and listen to house music, not all of it's good, but you listen to the good stuff and it just makes sense. In the same way, you now Lycra makes sense to me. This is an insider club. Fuck the Freemasons and the Illuminati. They have nothing on bicyclists. It's like a secret hidden thing that I don't know, maybe the oil industry doesn't want people to know that riding a bike will throw you into some kind of nirvanic bliss trance while getting all that fat off your body that slowly developed as you were driving your car to wherever you were going, shoving Doritos into your mouth and listening to Elliott Smith and weeping over whatever girl recently broke your heart. Let me tell you, none of that. You're not thinking about that when you're on your bike. I've only been doing this. I've had a bike for less than 24 hours. We'll see how I feel in a couple of days. I'll probably be sick of the damn thing. There'll be cobwebs all over it, and it'll be moldering behind my house. But right now, if you're going to give yourself a gift, if you really want to do something that's going to change your life in the most intense way, for under $1,000, there's a few things you could do. Some of them are outside your control. For example, you can meet some incredible person and start falling in love with them. Well, good luck with that. You can't control that. That just happens. God slings those throwing stars down a few times in your life, and if you're lucky, one of them will smash right into your poor, lonely heart and send you into that incredible oxytocin-induced seizure of joy and bliss that lasts for if you're lucky, a lifetime, but more than likely a year. And then that ends with you, laying in the classic smoldering hell crater that we all fall into once we're cast out of the sweet heaven that love allows us to exist within for such a temporary time. Another way is if you're lucky, you'll find some very clean, some kind of clean LSD or MDMA or some kind of nice psychedelic, and you'll do it in the right way, in a responsible way, in a safe way, with some intention behind it, and that will point you in the direction of this sort of samsaric state that is accessible to all human beings. That can happen too. But, there's some drawbacks to that. You can end up thinking that you're with a cool person, and the next thing you know, you're living inside of a scene from Jacob's Ladder as your friend starts having a neurotic episode where he thinks that you're his mother or something. That can happen too if you're not careful. So, and who knows, maybe you got this stuff from the wrong person and you ended up taking some of that toad oil that makes your soul vanish for 4,000 years, subjective years. Only lasts like 6 minutes, but you feel like you're gone for 4,000 years. You're falling into a swampy world of toads with spiral eyes that breathe fire, that incinerates everyone you've ever loved over and over again. That can happen too. So you got to be careful with psychedelics. You can meditate, but that's like trying to get a cat in a bathtub. And it's great. Meditation's fantastic. And that's super cheap. Or you can buy a bike. Just buy a bicycle. Go buy a bicycle and a helmet and find some nice areas around your house to bike. And I'm telling you, you will quickly realize that you have been hoodwinked by yourself into thinking that it's better to drive. All my friends who got rabid about biking, I remember I'd get calls from my friends and they would say the most horrifying thing I'd ever heard, which is that they would ride their bike to meet me at the restaurant or bar. Their bike. Like, what do you think, you're in fucking Paris, Lance Armstrong? Who do you think you are? Tooling around on your bike with your well-developed calf muscles? You out of your mind? Get in your car. Fill that with dead dinosaur juice and meet me at the bar and let's get fat together. Pedaling around on your damn bike like an 8-year-old after his big birthday party, you creepy, weird, healthy person. Actually experiencing wind blowing in your face and connecting to humans and going down strange paths that you never would go down in your car. What do you do? Well, you're out of your mind. I thought my friends were sick or having some form of healthy midlife crisis. But now I see the truth. Bikes are the answer. It really does make you see how very satanic the roads are, filled with cars. When you're pedaling down a bicycle path and you start imagining what the planet would be like if there were more bicycle paths than roads, if for whatever reason we decided to go in that direction and bikes were the primary transportation device, we'd all be in great shape. We'd all be in great shape with sore asses because it hurts your ass. Do you get used to that? That's a question I have for the bicyclists out there. Is it like when you play guitar and you get calluses on your finger? Am I going to get a nice thick callus on my ass? A biking callus? Does that happen, or is my seat the wrong way? Because it does that kind of hurts. Also, another question for you bicyclists, and then we'll move on. Is it considered embarrassing if you have to stand up to pedal to get up a hill? Is that an embarrassment? Because I feel like when I'm doing that, I'm somehow like, you're supposed to stay down in the seat and pedal your way up a hill, but I can't do it. Also, is it for the Lycra cyclists out there, when you zing by some hipster almost vomiting into the grass of the park in the morning, do you laugh at him? These are the questions I have for you. Let me know. You can email me through the contact form located at duncantrussell.com.